Good evening, everyone. Can I please get your attention? Everyone sitting on the stairs area, please be seated. Please sit down. Please sit down. We'll not start until you're seated. Again, attention to all the election managers. Only let people who have invite mails to this side of the stage and who are executive council members to this side. So, good evening. Welcome to day 2 of Soapboxes. Today we have 3 Soapboxes lined up. Firstly, we'll be starting with International and Alumni Relations Secretary candidates. Then we'll move on to Sports Secretary candidates and finally Cultural Affairs Arts. So, I would like to give a few instructions before we start the Soapboxes. 1, please maintain sections of this SAC. If you do not maintain decorum, if you are aggressive, loud, unnecessarily, whatever you're doing, we have securities, we have police posted everywhere. Our election managers will simply be reporting you to them and we won't hesitate to make sure that you leave this place. So please maintain decorum. Am I clear? Am I clear? Okay, if I'm not clear also, it's fine. Election managers are clear about this, so you will be basically thrown out if you don't maintain decorum. Secondly, all those who are sitting here, the Spherheads, the previous current team members, we will be giving you a designated time to ask questions. That will be very strict. You can decide amongst yourselves on the length of the question you're asking, the number of sub-questions you're asking, the clarifications you want to give, but the time will be strict. You have to make sure that your questions end within that specific time because we'll be moving on to students. So students, again, you will be given a specific time within which you have to ask the questions. You will have to make sure that you ask questions within that time. Okay, so I think we can move on to the instructions to the candidates. Firstly, I'll introduce the candidates. For today, we have aspiring International and Alumni Relations Secretaries Raguram and Anushka. So, instructions for the Soapbox. We'll be starting off with the presentations from candidates. They will be basically presenting you their manifesto, their vision, what they want to give to you as the next secretary. This will be for around maximum 6 to 7 minutes. We will give you a sort of notification by 6 minutes. You have to finish it by 7 minutes. You will not be able to continue after that. So after this opening presentation, we'll be going on to the cross-questioning round because we have 2 candidates here. So again, to the candidates' attention, there is a total of 3 questions and 2 follow-ups you can ask. Now you can decide how many questions you want to ask, how many follow-ups you want to ask. That is totally up to you. But you have a total of 3 questions and 2 follow-ups. After the session is done, we'll be moving on to the executive council members. Again, we will be mentioning right after the cross-questioning how much time is allotted to you. I would suggest that the current secretary ask for most of the time, but again, that is up to you. You can ask for the entire time. When the candidates are giving their cross-questioning, you can give clarifications as well. Okay? Again, when the Spherheads are asking questions and they're giving answers, again, you are allowed to give clarifications for whatever is necessary. So, within the specific time, you should ask all your questions because we'll be moving on to the Spherheads in course and then to GSB. If we have time left, we can come back to the Executive Council members and the Spherheads in course. Okay? Alright, so we'll start off with the Soapboxes then. Here today, first we'll be going with Raguram, then we'll be going with Anushka. That's how the order for the questioning will also be. You can start off with your presentations. Like I mentioned 2 minutes before, if you want the candidates to present properly and you want to hear what the candidates are presenting, you can keep quiet, you can maintain decorum, or else nobody will be able to hear what they're presenting. Again, I don't know if that's your objective, but yeah. So yeah, we'll go ahead with Raguram.
We are a nation of choice. So is our institute. We, the students of IITM, hustle to excel in every career choice we make with a mission to create a positive impact in the lives of our students through enhancing alumni engagement and increasing international opportunities. I am Raguram, an undergraduate from the Department of Mechanical Engineering. I am contesting for the post of International and Alumni Relations Secretary. I am here before you all to walk you through my vision, manifesto and credentials. With a vision to improve alumni engagement and increase student opportunities, to amplify funding and branding initiatives and reimagining the Sphere's potential through tech upgradation and streamlining the processes, I have ideated my manifesto, which can be curated into 6 segments: alumni and career help. Most of our students struggle for internships because of they make a lot of uninformed decisions. This can be solved with the help of alumni intern mentor, and I'm planning to extend the same to for higher education. Apart from this, PG students find it difficult to get placed because of lack of uninformed decisions and all, and a PG alum mentor throughout will help them throughout their process. Apart from this, I'm also planning to help some students of placement offer gets revoked. This initiative, I'm planning to help them by Apart from a lot of female alumni from our institute have achieved great heights. They also faced a lot of discrimination and all. I want to help them by I want them to inspire our students, female students, through sharing their stories. Fundraising campaign, and our alumni donate their hard-earned money to our students. Our alumni donate their hard-earned money to our students so that we perform well. We don't compromise on our dreams. I want to make sure that they feel happy about it through organizing Donors Day. Apart from this, our a lot of our student teams have a lot of our student teams have funding. A lot of our student teams face funding issues. I'm planning to bridge that through alum edition jerseys and sharing an achievement report to our alumni. Apart from this, I'm planning to get title sponsor for Dean's Trophy. And I'm planning to improve global engagement through Global Connect This initiative and it's an information session regarding semester exchange and other opportunities by collaborating with department legislators and other international opportunities. I'm planning to reintroduce buddy program for semester exchange students, outbound semester exchange students, so that they don't feel left out. I'm planning to revive Insti Spice and a vlog for outbound semester exchange students to share their experiences, which would motivate the many students to take semester exchange as a very good career option. I'm planning to introduce foreign university internships by collaborating with pre-incubation cells and top global universities to facilitate high-quality internships and other programs. I have funding and branding initiatives. A lot of our freshers don't know our legacy and achievements. I'm planning to fix that through Know Your Institute book. A visual journey through IIT Madras heritage research and student life would actually improve our branding. I'm planning to do that through Institute documentary series, and I'm planning to launch a new intra-IIT archive, a dedicated archive preserving the legacy of IIT. Yeah, good. A lot of almost 30% of our time in our institute we spend in our hostels. I want to launch this hostel yearbook exclusively for our alumni so that they don't feel left, so they can relive their nostalgia feelings. Corporate and institutional relations. I'm providing students with opportunities to engage in social impacting internships and volunteering programs as CSR and NGO based internships. I'm planning to organize TED Talks at IIT Madras. Apart from I'm planning to get exclusive perks and privileges for our students of IIT Madras, which would make their lives easier. Sphere reinvention. I have plans to launch a new team called Tech and Media Team, establishing a dedicated team to manage our IAR Student Council's website, and to streamline digital communication and enhance social media outreach. I'm planning to launch PG representation. To increase PG representation in the IR Student Council, I'm planning to hire a PG head from Alumni Relations Cell and Institute Branding Cell to organize this to improve corporate and institutional relations. I'm planning to launch this new cell called Corporate and Institutional Relations Cell. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Next we'll have Anushka.
Okay, I hope I am audible. So every student at IIT Madras comes in with talent, ambition, and ideas. Opportunities exist, but what truly shapes our journey is access to the right mentors, to the right funding opportunities, and the right sort of avenues. That's where IIR comes in. I am Anushka Sanjeev Rabha, and I've been in the sphere for over 3 years. I've worked within IIR as the head of Chennai 36 and the head of opportunities and outreach team, focusing on expanding alumni networks, strengthening research visibility, and increasing global opportunities. I'm contesting for IIR Secretary to ensure that every student at every single stage of their journey in IIT Madras, whether in their first year or PhD, have access to mentorship, funding, and career pathways. I'm not just here to promise, I'm here to build. My vision is to empower INSTE, to ensure that IIR should be more than a student council. It should be a launch pad for every single student looking to learn, grow, and create something bigger. So firstly, a major challenge that comes with an era of opportunities that access to it is not locked behind doors of privilege. That is why I propose the first two initiatives. First is Uplift, which provides structured financial aid to students for emergency purposes, whether it's hostel dues or conference travel. In line with the same initiative, I have my second funding initiative, which is Bridge, which is a hostel development and emergency welfare fund. We have a good network of alumni placed at esteemed positions across the globe. I'm here to foster sustained networks with them to make sure they're accessible to students, thus empowering them. This vision is reflected in my upcoming initiative. Industry Immersion Summit. I wish to build a platform for students to engage with industry leaders beyond placements, fostering research, collaborations, and relevant funding. Furthering the same vision, I propose TIME, an alumni-led certification course, which helps students to get equipped with real-world industry-relevant fields. Next up is IP Assist, an initiative to provide financial aid for student innovators to file patents and research articles, thus ensuring that research and innovation is not held back due to financial constraints. Next up is Share, because I believe that support is not just about academics or professional guidance, it extends to mental well-being as well. This is why I seek to extend alumni support, an initiative that offers career resilience, mentorship, and subsidized therapy access through alum support. Deeper connections with the alumni can be fostered only when they feel connected with the institution and the IITM brand. Here, I envision to achieve this through Reunite, which is going to be a networking event at reunions, bridging young alumni with industry professionals. Next up, I have Edge, which is the first time ever IITM branded credit card that offers exclusive alumni privileges while generating funds for institutional development in exchange for contributions made by them. Moving on to my next vision, it aims to expand the existing INSTE ecosystem by enhancing global networks and improving IITM's global presence. My initiatives here are based on my work in the Global Engagement Council, first of which is Global Academic and Alumni Career Summit. This is going to be a platform that connects alumni with faculty in research and scholar positions where increasing academic collaborations and opportunities. Next up, I have Knowledge Exchange Network, program inducing students in niche fields through which short courses and sessions will be taken up by visiting faculty. Next up, I have Innovate, through which I plan to conduct an IITM Grand Challenge based on UN Sustainability Goals, which is going to be a two-stage global challenge. Next up, here I have Navigate. So, the international students that are coming to IIT Madras every year, there are about 500 students in campus right now, both pursuing PG courses and semester exchanges. So in order to ensure that the mobility of international students remains consistent, I wish to ensure there's smooth integration academically, culturally, and professionally as well. As a part of this, I wish to start Navigate, a life and career immersion course designed to help international students transition smoothly in IIT Madras. Next up, I have IITM Ethniculation, which enhances cultural integration for exchange students through structured participation in campus events conducted by cultural collaborations. Next up, I have Anaka Madras, which is a heritage immersion for international students done in collaboration with TN Tourism. The next part of my vision is about empowering the IITM brand amongst corporates and aspirants who wish to join the IITM community. Here we have LEAP, a legacy and engagement alumni project aiming to support social innovation projects,
You have 1 minute
expanding
left.
student internships
Anushka,
and extending
you have
support for
1
student
minute
initiatives.
left. You have 1 minute left.
Yeah. Then the IITM Living Memory project is an archival project with museums and digital archives. Apart from that, there's Inside Labs, which is going to highlight the IITM Madras projects and social innovations. C36 Legends and Lures is about capturing student folklore, hostel traditions, etc. Her IIT is about recognizing all the female alum that we have had over the years. Insti Reacts is a live-paced short video series which will be done by IITM TV. So here we have initiatives that extend our reach far beyond the institute, which is supporting them while they are in institute and beyond. There are career pathways, there's exhibitions, there's other support mechanisms that we intend to have for the institute students.
Time's up. So we can begin with the cross questioning. Before we begin with the cross questioning, two things. One, I request the candidates to not use their mobile phones when they are answering until and unless it is a question that is specifically asking you to look at your manifesto. And again, I think both of you have your manifestos on hand, so I request you to keep your mobile phones away. Second thing, for anyone asking question, not just the candidates, anyone here asking questions, we know the objective of a soapbox. It is not to personally attack anyone. So make sure that your questions are not personally, you make sure that it's not, yeah. Let's move on. Okay, so we'll start with Raguram here. You can ask your first question.
Hello, Anushka. What have been your contributions for the IR Student Council from the last 1 year?
You have 2 minutes to answer a direct question and 45 seconds to answer a follow-up, okay?
Okay, I can recount my contributions to the IRCA for the past 2 years actually, because I started as a volunteer, went on to become a manager, headed 2 teams. I think that you might not know this because you may have not heard about it since you're not in the sphere, but just letting you know, I headed 2 teams, Chennai 36 and Opportunities and Outreach team under Global Engagement Council. So under Chennai 36, I headed Campus Times, which by the way reached 1,000 reprints recently. If you attended the 1970 reunion, it was being distributed there as well. Apart from that, I did the Global Education Forum where we got in top 100, 35 out of top 100 QS universities to come in and do a career counseling session. And apart from that, I think you must have watched the 36 questions series, right, on YouTube. The one has like 2 million views and so on. Apart from that, I can go on actually. I've been in this paper long enough. But coming back to what you said about what have I done in the past year? I took a step back so that I can, get exposure to more opportunities outside, come back and ensure everyone after me is also able to access them. That's what I did.
We can go with your first question. She explained that. She gave an answer to that. She went outside to get exposure to more opportunities. You can ask her.
Okay. So about your initiative called Insti Spice, are you proposing a separate blog apart from the one that Chennai 36 already has?
Yes, I'm proposing a new blog apart from the one Chennai 36 actually has.
You can go ahead with your second question.
Thanks for clarifying that you are not a part of the Sphere since the last 1 year and not even connected to the problems the Sphere has solved. Okay, no.
Yeah, then ask the question. Ask your question.
You have a point in your manifesto called Archives, IITM Memory Project. Can you please explain its functioning and execution?
Yeah, Meenakshi, 1 second.
Okay.
Some clarification. Hello? Raguram, I hope you are aware that Chennai 36 is one of the official media bodies of IITM, right?
Functioning and execution of IITM Archives, the Living Memory Project, right? So in the semester that I was not here, I was on a research internship in London and doing a semester exchange in France. While I was doing that, I was also working with Museum of London and other such museums, right? So through the Living Memory Project, I want to ensure that the IITM brand reaches global audiences, where we send our archival material for exhibitions across museums around the world, be it Museum of London or otherwise. So that's what I want to do with the Living Memory Project. When it comes to execution, we already have the archival material. I have spoken to the museum, so in terms of collaboration, we need to send it to them and they will be exhibited where, we can position ourselves in the larger node of networks of, technological advancements. That is what I want to do with it.
No. Your follow-up. No clarification, follow-up.
I hope you believe in magic.
Give your follow-up.
The archive of IIT Madras is already ready and it was opened on January 21st. It has everything exactly what you have told in your feasibility and feasibility. Yes, this is my follow-up.
Your second question.
I can answer that. Okay, so, Okay, I'm sorry if you didn't understand what I was talking about. I can understand that. I can understand it completely, why you didn't understand what I was talking about. So, I didn't say that I'm going to create a new archive. I know, it has already been created. We're talking about sending this archival material outside to brand IIT Madras. I'm not talking about creating a new one.
So you can ask your second question. Do you have a clarification? No. Yeah, she gave the answer. Raguram's clarification is that it is already being done. We'll move on to Anushka's second question.
So, are you aware of where the Chennai 36 blog is at right now? And on top of that, you want to create a separate blog for international student experiences, right? So let me clear that, because since I have been in both GE and Chennai 36, so I can clarify that for you. So first of all, one blog is more than enough. It is exhaustive to keep that up, and international experiences are already being documented. If you were able to go through the content, you'd know that. And apart from that, that doesn't come under the vision of ACR office. It's a different vision altogether. And if you have been following the OG handle, then you might know that. Yeah. So coming to the question, how do you intend to ensure the Insti Spice blog comes up? How do you intend to execute that timeline, feasibility, and so on, funding as well?
Can you repeat the question?
Execution
Funding execution. About the new blog, I have spoken to Sunita ma'am from ACR office. She said this was feasible and we can do it. Once I am elected as the Secretary for International and Alumni Relations, I'll get this done.
Timing, execution, stakeholders.
Yeah. Stakeholders is this. Timing is once I am elected. Chennai 36 and ACR office. ACR office is currently managing the current Chennai 36 blog. Yes. No, the ACR office has the blog to Chennai 36. Access to it.
Is this your follow-up to this question? Okay.
Just clarifying.
Fine. No, clarification they'll give. Okay, so this is your. So you can ask your second question. Your one follow-up is exhausted.
So you mentioned foreign internships, right? That was also initiated in the tenure of Sarthak Marathe, the Secretary for Satyendra Pandey, if you're aware. Are you aware of why it didn't work out and how you and my question is, how do you intend to make it work?
I'm so sorry to interrupt, but it will be better if both of you candidates you keep the mic close to your mouth because it's not audible to us. In fact, we're sitting in front of in the first row.
And also, one small clarification, IIT Madras archive was always there. If you climb up the CLT stairs, you'll see a room named IITM archive. So, that's another clarification.
Mic, okay, keep your mic.
Take the question. I have a question.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah.
No, you're supposed to answer to her question. You're supposed to answer to her question.
Yeah. Oh, regarding that why foreign?
Yeah.
Foreign. I'm not aware why it went wrong. Yeah, I'm not aware. Yeah, I'm not aware. What are you asking?
You can go ahead with your third question.
Your manifesto claims that Uplift will raise funds for conference expenses, hostel mess dues to students and all. Are you aware that there is this thing called Student Distress Fund under Dean Students and funds are being actively raised for it? How is that? How does that differentiate?
Okay, Uplift, as I said, is a structured financial support mechanism, right? Firstly, distress funds, like it's conference funds, hostel dues, academic expenses. Those are all in the same category, right? Apart from that, have you checked the income bracket for that? How much is that? Okay. Okay, where am I going to raise the funds for that? Is that what your question is? Okay, it's a larger bracket where there's hostel dues, academic expenses, and emergency funds. It's not just for emergency funds. We are raising funds also to pay hostel dues for those who have like financial constraints, right?
Fine. You can go ahead with your third question.
One clarification regarding SWD. Indeed, it's an fund under the Dean of Student, but that is only for students who are in the financial bracket and is disbursed on only that basis. There is no other constraint. That question which you asked about the SWD, it's only focused towards financial things which are there for the students. And that is also not for the foreign students.
Yeah, so you can go ahead with your third question. Do you have a question on hand? Yeah.
Okay. So your proposal for CSR internships lacks feasibility on multiple accounts. As a student secretary, you cannot directly engage in CSR initiatives without office's involvement. And there is no indication that you have taken feasibility approval from them. Additionally, this. Okay. I can repeat it. Yes. So your proposal for CSR and NGO internships lacks feasibility on multiple accounts. And as a student secretary, you cannot directly engage in CSR initiatives without the office's involvement. So CSR internships are hard to secure and first of all require on-ground involvement, right? Which contradicts your claim of flexible year-long participation. Like how do you expect full-time students with courses to balance that? And without office's feasibility, how do you intend to execute it in the first place is what I want to understand.
First thing, let me clarify. I am in that point. First thing, let me clarify. In this, we'll be reaching out to corporates who have CSR initiatives for internships and corporates. And I have spoken to the CSR partners of various firms like L&T and they are willing to give so. CSR partners of L&T and Tata Group. And they are willing to give internships for students. Yes.
Have any follow-ups to ask?
Isn't that sir?
So both of you have one more question to ask before we move on to the next round. So
you have this. Yeah. You I have a question. Follow up in my phone. I'm just.
you don't have any follow-ups.
Okay. So I have one question. I saw that a lot of your feasibility was taken from secretaries. And people who also you know that, right? Most of the feasibility has been taken by secretaries. So how are you so sure that they can be executed now because their experience. The one before. Yeah, so like the one the current one sitting right in front of me right now. So how can you guarantee that their feasibility is still relevant?
First thing, let me clarify. I have tried reaching out to almost all executive council members, and since they weren't responding, and I wanted to make a better manifesto for my electorate, I had to reach out to previous EC members so that I don't compromise.
Give your answer.
Yeah, give my answer.
Dear Raguram, so you sent me an email saying that, bro, I have taken almost all of the fun days that you can give me. So can you please give me 20 minutes of your time? To which I replied, so let's avoid the redundant meetings and you can send your questions, queries, comments, concern in this email.
What is the clarification?
That he said that I did not respond. He said the EC members did not respond.
So your clarification is that you did respond?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
With proof.
All right. Fine. Okay, so we'll move on to the EC questioning round. You guys have time, EC members, please pay attention. You guys have time till 7:40 to ask questions, after which we'll be moving on to the Spherheads until 8. Then the last 15 minutes will go for the GSB. So please pay attention. Till 7:40, you can ask all your questions you want and give clarifications.
Okay. Raguram and Anushka, all the best to you. So my first question is, can you tell me the roles and responsibility of the IR secretary in the Executive Council?
Who wants to go first?
Raguram, you can go first.
As the Secretary for International and Alumni Relations,
Maintain decorum, please. Like I said, we have securities posted everywhere. So if you keep making noise, we will simply throw you out.
Answer. The role of Secretary for International and Alumni Relations is to increase alumni engagement through increase alumni and student engagement and increase student opportunities and the role of the
Can be
Secretary.
louder, bro, louder.
The role
Keep
of the
mic
Secretary of International and Alumni Relations is to improve alumni engagement and to increase and to increase student opportunities and also to maintain international relations.
So the responsibilities, the roles and responsibilities of an IR secretary, like he has so clearly said, are to maintain relationships and coordinate with the IR office to extend student and alumni interactions, conduct events for the same, and also brand the institute externally in collaboration with the media and publicity cell and extend international opportunities and also to cater to the needs of the international students who come here.
Did you just say IAR office?
Yeah, because the constitution mentions because it was originally the Office of International and Alumni Relations, which has been separated into two offices, Office of Alumni and Corporate Relations and Office of Global Engagement.
Okay. Next question is, currently there is a very big disconnect between the PG alumni of IIT Madras and our institute. What do you think is the reason for that, and what are your initiatives to improve?
Can you say it once again? It's kind of...
Sorry, my bad. There is currently a very big disconnect between the PG alumni of IIT Madras and INSTI. What are your plans to improve them, and what is the reason according to you for that?
I'm planning to recruit a PG specific head in alumni relations cell and an institute branding cell.
We already do that. There are PG strats in ARC.
Yeah, PG stats, but I'm planning to recruit a head so that PG specific initiatives are spearheaded.
Okay, why do you think we currently don't have PG heads?
We currently don't have PG heads because many.
Yeah, bro, speak up.
We currently don't have PG specific heads because many people don't even apply. Many people aren't
Then
even aware
how
about
do you
this
plan to recruit PG heads in ARC? Will you give them the position? Will you nominate them?
No.
Then, if they are not
We'll release
applying,
PG specific mail for them, just like last year they did for hostel affairs.
you will send a PG specific mail.
Yeah.
What if I told you we already did? We already sent mail specifically to PG students through RAS last year. Is Robin ma'am here? Okay. She's here?
She's not here.
She's not here.
No.
You didn't know that?
No.
Answer the question.
Yeah, but still you haven't answered my question. What are your plans to improve? And what do you think is the reason for that? Okay, I heard your plans.
Yeah.
What is the reason for that?
Fundamentally, the IAR Student Council lacks student engagement itself.
Student
Engagement
itself.
among UG itself.
Among you.
Among UG itself, yes. Yes, it lacks.
Did you hear the question?
Okay, can you quantify it? How does IR Student Council lack UG engagement? This is a statement that you said, right? It's a very vague statement. Can you quantify it for me?
No.
No.
No, yes.
You can't quantify it. It's a claim.
So on what basis did you say that they're lacking engagement when you can't give the data?
Do you have an answer, or do you want to pass the
No,
mic?
no, I don't have the answer.
Thank you for the question. So, we need to understand the reason for this disconnect, which is like why the PG students don't feel as connected to come back for reunions and so on. That, like you also mentioned, that like PG students as a whole don't graduate as a batch, right? PhD scholars, they win in the labs and so on, but that's there. But apart from that, they also have already lived their UG lives, right? They don't come here to experience Sarang, Shastra and all that. That's one of the key milestones and memories that a student has to come back to reconnect with when they're coming back for reunions, their peers, the memories that they've had here. But they're primarily focused on their research, right? So in order to ensure that this disconnect doesn't remain, targeted approaches need to be taken for lab-specific alumni networks. And PG students can also be mapped because there's the lack of like PG alum student interaction. So alumni mentorships can be done for that.
What do you mean there is a lack of PG alum interaction?
Okay, so currently we have Click program, right? The Click
Yes.
mentorship program.
But in that, any alumni can register as a mentor.
Yeah, any alumni can engage
Yeah.
as a mentor, but we're primarily catering to like UG mentees right now.
No, it is open to all.
It's visible for everybody, but
Yes.
if we increase our lab-specific outreach, we can bring in more. I also have the initiative called Global Academic Alumni Career Summit, which is also intended towards that front, where we are bringing in more PG scholars who will be interacting with the students and bringing in more opportunities and bringing more avenues of interaction. So that way they'll feel more connected and rooted, and they'll also feel seen and heard and highlighted as well. So I think that's one way we can kind of get rid of the disconnect that's there.
Okay, I can come back to that when we're in the manifesto part. Okay. Next question. Again, a general question about IRSC. How many teams are there in IRSC? Name their heads and don't use abbreviations. Either of them can answer, it doesn't matter. Okay, Raguram, go first.
IITM TV, Heritage Club, Chennai 36, Institute Branding Cell, and Alumni Relations Cell, and under Global Engagement Council.
Okay. Anything else? Are you missing anything? Okay, can you name their heads? Because you must have taken one day from them, right? Yeah, so.
IITM TV, Sahil Gupta, Heritage Club.
Only one head in IITM TV?
Yes, only one.
Only one head in IITM TV?
Yes, the other got ratified.
The other?
Got ratified.
Got ratified?
Yes.
So, bro.
The another head for Institute Branding Cell also got ratified. CRC isn't recruited. Web Ops and Design team isn't recruited.
You can answer the question. Please keep your tone neutral. He's just asking a question. Answer to the question. He's asking whether it is just one head. He's answer to that question. Don't fight.
No, I'm just clarifying it.
Hi, Raguram. Hi. Do you buy a clarification? Do you, as in like, did you mean non-ratified or did you mean ratified?
After ratification, one head was dismissed because he did not meet the grounds for eligibility criteria.
So which is that head that got dismissed? The other one, the name that you mentioned is ratified one.
Yes, the name I mentioned was the one who met the criteria.
Yeah, so that person is ratified.
Yes.
Yeah. You said the other person is ratified. Okay, cool.
Fair.
So we completed IITM TV. What is the other team?
Heritage Club.
Okay.
Heritage Club, I'm a core of Heritage Club. And
I didn't ask that.
Yeah.
I asked the name of the heads.
Shivansh and Chetan.
Okay. Next.
Chennai 36.
Name, bro.
Anna and Santosh Mohan. Institute Branding Cell, Nitya Bandaru. Global Engagement Council, Meghma Ishwari and Siddharth.
What is their position?
Course.
Okay. Yes. Anything else?
Alumni Relations Cell, Utkarsh Upadhyay and Akshan Shukla.
Okay.
So, different question, right? Because he already answered.
Sure. Yes. Okay. Again, this is a question to both of you. Either of you can go first. Name and quantify 3 things that you have done in IARSC which make you a suitable candidate for this position. And please note what I'm saying. Name and quantify.
I think we should let Anushka take the question.
Yes.
this time.
Okay. So to name and quantify, as Chennai 36 head, I did campus times. I myself printed 200 copies, and now the last I checked, there have been 1,000 copies printed since. So apart from that, I did the Global Education Forum and as the Opportunities and Outreach team head under Global Engagement Council, where we had 30 out of like top 100 universities, QS universities come in and do counseling sessions. Apart from that, one initiative that I'm very attached to, which I started as a manager, is 36 question series, where you must have seen the most trending video is at 2 million views, the one with the director. I can go on, but since you asked 3.
Sure.
As the core of Heritage Club, leading its outreach and PR initiatives, we Heritage Club have organized Easter egg hunt among freshies, and we have almost got around 300 to 400 responses, which happens to be the largest event in IR Student Council. Apart from this,
What do you mean largest? Can you quantify? Please no vague statements. Quantify largest. Quantify.
this is the event which is being conducted for the first time, but still we got the highest responses from the student body.
Bro, have you heard of Willkommen? Have you heard of Willkommen?
Yes, I've heard of Willkommen.
Reunion.
Yes.
So what is the turnout in Willkommen and Reunion?
Yeah, it's high, but
Quantify.
I don't have exact numbers to tell.
But you know the numbers for what is
Yes,
that?
as I'm the core of Heritage Club, I obviously know the numbers.
Tell me the number.
It's around 300 to 400 plus responses.
How many? Sorry again.
And I want
How many responses again? I didn't hear you.
400 plus responses.
400 plus responses. You were a volunteer in the reunion, right?
No, I was not a volunteer in Reunion.
You were not a
No,
volunteer.
I was not a volunteer in Reunion.
Oh, then you missed out because even in the reunion itself there were 1,000 people. So
Next question.
okay. Sorry, I asked for 3 things, right? This is one.
As a core of Heritage Club, we have organized a tour to a heritage visit to Arikamedu and Pondicherry, and
Okay, next. One more.
we have organized a heritage walk for alumni, which is around 200 people have participated.
All right. Okay. Again, either of you can go first. What is the name of the office responsible for fundraising? What is the name of the office responsible for fundraising? उसको decide करना, मैं नहीं कुछ बोल रहा.
Office of Alumni and Corporate Relations.
Okay, and to Raguram, can you name the head of the offices?
For Office of Alumni and Corporate Relations, it's the Dean, sir, Dean ACR.
Okay, can you be a bit more specific? I mean, alumni and corporate relations, it's a big office. Okay, can you be a bit specific? Who is responsible for the fundraising part?
For fundraising campaign, fundraising campaign, it's the Vice President for Alumni Relations, Sujata ma'am.
Can you, sorry?
Sujata ma'am,
What is her designation?
Vice President.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Of what?
of Alumni Relations.
Of alumni relations. So if I open her LinkedIn and check, so it will say VP of alumni relations.
Yes.
Yes, Anushka, do you have any clarification?
I think it's VP of Alumni Charitable Trust, but you can check. I mean, since you have been around for the last year, then things might have changed, right? Has it changed? Is it still
No, they haven't
Alumni
changed.
Charitable
ACT.
Trust? Okay.
VP of
Alumni.
ACT. There is one more person. Can you name Raguram? There are two people responsible for fundraising in ACR office. One is Sujata ma'am. You are right. Who is the other person?
Kaviraj sir, I'm
No.
not sure, but
No.
it's like, yes.
Not.
Vasudha ma'am, who's responsible for the CSR funds that we raise.
Raguram, first to you. What are the major events for IRSC upcoming in the next few months? Major events upcoming for IRSC in the next few months.
Willkommen,
Okay.
Parents Night,
Okay. Are you sure that the event is Parents' Night? I mean, I'll let
Yes.
that go, but are
Yes,
you sure it
parents.
is Parents' Night?
It's Parents'
No,
Night.
bro.
then
It is Parents' Day plus Alumni.
Is there more events that
Yes.
he needs to answer?
Yes. You forgot convocation.
how does that come in?
How is it related to IRSC? Are you sure? Are you asking me how is convocation related to IRSC? Okay, next question. To Anushka. Can you tell me the difference between graduates dinner, alumni, Willkommen? and who organizes them?
Okay. Graduate Dinner is organized by the Dost Office. Welcoming is organized by IIT Ma'am. And you asked Parents Night, right?
Parents Day.
Parents Night, yeah, that is organized by ACR office.
Okay. Yes. Question to Raguram. How many media bodies are a part of IARSC?
IITM TV, Chennai 36.
Anything else?
No.
Correct. Okay. Again, this is a general question to the both of you. Before I move on to manifesto specific questions, what is the one quality in your co-candidate that you would like to learn from them?
Okay, before we start, again, we have 35 minutes for easy, just a reminder.
Okay. I really like the confidence that you're coming here with because, you know, to contest with just that much of exposure is really commendable, like mad respect for that because it took me like 3 years to get here and just one for you. So it's mad respect that you have been able to accumulate that much confidence in that span of time.
For me, it's nothing. I don't have.
He doesn't have a-
You have
yeah.
no response. Okay, fine. We'll move on. So, before you move on to manifesto specific questions, I just have a clarification to make here for Raguram. So, first of all, you haven't taken any feasibility from me regarding any P&I related points, and you have supposedly mentioned previous AAS and heads, specifically for point 1 and point 5. I personally talked to Mevit, and I have proof here that you have never talked to them, and your last conversation happened in October 2024. How do you expect the GSB to trust you, and you are just fooling people here? Because I can assure you that they haven't given feasibility to you, and they also cannot give feasibility to you because CPC was instituted this year. In their tenure, CPC was not there, so they cannot give any feasibility to you.
Question. What is the question?
Yeah, he's asking how did you take feasibility from someone who is saying that you never took.
Okay.
So this is a question for both of you. Do you know how many foreign students are currently on the campus and which hostel they are residing?
Semester exchange students or like
Total foreign students. Both of you can answer if you know.
Okay, I may be wrong, but there are around 110 PG students on campus here.
And
And apart from that, the semester exchanges students probably approximately 400. I'm not sure on the number because
400. Which hostel they are residing?
in total, right? Like a PG and semester exchange included. I'm like I said, I'm not sure about it.
Which hostel they are residing?
Mandakini. Semester exchange students are in Mandakini.
And female?
Female students are in Sabarmati.
And do you think Mandakini can accommodate 400 students, considering our BTech and MTech strength?
I didn't say like all the students, all the foreign students are in the same hostel. I said like semester exchange students are there because there's like 21 hostels.
And which
so they're
other
spread
hostel
across.
they are staying?
Which
Other
other
than
hostel?
Mandakini?
I'm so
You
sorry,
told
I'm not
female
aware
Sabarmati.
of which hostel they're currently stationed in.
Yeah, it's fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, and coming to your bridge fund point, Anushka, do you know currently there is the system of budget reserve for every hostel? And what new are you doing this?
Yeah, I'm aware about the budget fund reserve that's already there. So this is because one of the primary issues that we notice in terms of alum.
Yeah,
in
go
terms
on,
of-
go.
Yeah, in terms of alum interactions, because the first point of contact is the hostels, right? So it's more welfare specific. Like suppose you need board games to initiate any sort of interaction and so on. I have capped it at like an amount of 50K. And so like it's more for like the welfare specific needs, and then anything that be capped. It's a fast track fund. I am aware that this
How is it fast track? Like how are you fast tracking it?
As I've mentioned in the feasibility report, it'll go from the hostel general secretary to the IR secretary, and I'll proceed
And
to.
don't you think adding IR secretary to the loop will make the process more longer? And you didn't even take feasibility from none of the chairmen, me or those.
Okay.
And you took feasibility from 2 Gen 6 who
Okay.
are currently not ratified.
Okay, and clarification on that. So I had reached out to you twice, and I can see the read receipts as well. So I don't know why. I mean, you must have been really busy with giving funds to everybody else. So that might have been a reason why you couldn't get back to me.
Yeah, it's not only hostel
Yeah.
affairs secretary who can give feasibility. You can reach out to chairman, you can reach out
Yeah,
to those,
yeah.
you can even reach out to SGS also.
Okay, SGS as well. Yeah. So I had reached out. So I believe that the next most credible sources.
Are 2
Why?
Gen 6.
Yeah.
Credible
okay.
sources are 2 Gen 6.
Can
You
you
have
repeat
taken
that?
feasibility from 2 Gen 6.
There are immediate cores, so I believe that, like, you know, since I couldn't get through to you, they would be the next best source to, like, hear it from. But I can completely, like, you know, I accept the fact that I was not able to get feasibility from you there. Like, that could have made things far more clear for me. But since, like, I could also understand that you had other commitments at that point of time, so I thought, like, that your course would be viable enough. Since
fine.
if that's not the case, I'm so sorry
See,
about
I just
that.
want to
Yeah.
clarify that this initiative will add no more benefit because the current system is very much, it's good and it's transparent, it's happening very smooth. So adding IR secretary will add no benefit. And coming to next question, Raguram, what exactly is this hostel yearbook? And how is it different from the actual yearbook we have?
Students spend almost 40% of their college lives in hostels. They bond well. They play sports and all. They have a lot of events. They generally have hostel feels. Everyone wants to look how their hostels are. What are the activities which are going on? Alums genuinely want to look about that. I'm planning to launch a yearbook for them so that they can see the activities in that hostel and they'll genuinely feel happy about it.
So a yearbook specifically for hostel events. And who will make this yearbook?
Institute branding cell will make this yearbook.
And how
In
do they get to
collaboration
know
with-
all activities happening in the hostels?
The institute branding cell heads will reach out to the hostel secretaries and they'll explain and they'll give them.
You are saying IBC heads will reach out to individual hostel Gen 6.
Reach out to IBC team. Sorry, it's a human
IBC
error.
team will reach
Yes.
out to individual hostel.
Hostel secretaries will they'll reach out to hostel secretaries
Which
for
secretary?
events.
Which secretary in the hostel?
They'll reach out to the hostel.
Okay, fine. I get it. Some secretary they'll hostel reach. Okay. What hostel secretary have you spoken to this about?
I've taken the feasibility to myself as I was the lit sec of Kaveri.
You. But weren't you? Okay. You yourself gave the feasibility for this, but. Okay. Any other secretary you discussed to? Because I mean, any elected secretary you discussed this with?
How does it make difference?
It does, bro.
How?
Okay, fine. Still, okay, fine. Even if it doesn't make a difference, it's still only one hostel, right? How many hostels are there in Insti? Many.
Around,
How many?
Around 20. Around 20.
Around 20. Bro. Okay.
22.
Okay, fine. There is some clarification.
Yeah. So my question is to Raguram for your point 5 regarding PI offer revoked.
Yes.
So for the students whose offers are revoked, the placement team has curated special outreach efforts to both alumni and companies to get them placed, and this was started under me this year. The number of students, first of all, are not very high. Secondly, it is already happening in collaboration with IITMA office, and CPC office is already handling it.
When I was-
The IPR team along with the ARC in past has sent messages in communication to all of the alumni. Plus, this is the duty of the placement team to handle any company-related matters. So you mentioned no offer overlap and other factors. Do you want to create a separate placement team in INDR?
No.
And also, offer revoked students are allowed to sit from day one of placements. So you will be handling that also, or what? Because this initiative is already has been done this year by me.
No.
It has been done by
When
CPC
I reached out to IITM Alumni Association office and they have never mentioned about it when I was taking their feasibility.
Did you take feasibility from me or the CPC office regarding this?
When I reached out to you for fund days, you were not even available.
No. When
What are you talking? You all ghosted me.
You
all ghosted me.
You never sent any point to me for feasibility.
I'm sorry, Raguram, but this is not the way you should talk to an EC member while sitting on this stage.
You're on video, bro. Your juniors will be watching this next year. Come
Yeah,
down.
move on to the question.
And even if not me, CPC office would have been there.
He should be sorry for what he just did. Then after that, we'll...
Yeah, I think you should apologize because this is not the way to behave in a soapbox. You could have taken feasibility from CPC office.
No, first say sorry.
Okay.
Ask your question. Yeah.
Okay. Can I?
Let him say sorry first, then we'll start. We won't let the mic pass before that.
See, I'm the moderator. I have decided what to do. I've told that if his tone goes bad again, he will leave the soapbox. So please ask the next question. That is your responsibility.
Okay. Okay. Anushka, my question is to you. You were not a part of any team of IRSC last year. Why are you contesting for the elections now? Why did you not continue in the team last year?
Why are you not continuing?
Why did you not continue in the team last year? She had a gap year of.
Yeah, I think Raguram asked this question during his cross-questioning round. So can we move on to another
Sorry.
question?
Yeah. He was not audible. Sorry. Okay. Again, so question to Anushka. Current gaps in mental health. What are the current gaps in the mental health initiatives that are already there in INSTI? And why do you think SHARE is another mental health initiative that we need? What new does it bring to the table?
Okay, before I get into the what's different from existing initiatives, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Is better? Yeah. Okay, so one of the USPs of SHARE is that we'll also be extending it to recent graduates. Like the mental health support, subsidized therapy assistance will also be extended to recent graduates. Because I have also taken feasibility from the director under the Be Happy initiative, because now we keep expecting the alums to engage in...
You will extend it to the young alumni,
Young
right?
alumni.
How will you raise the funds for that?
The funds for that will be raised through the Be Happy initiative fund that already exists, and the director has given feasibility for that.
And how will you distribute this fund to the alumni? How will you nominate these alumni? Who will nominate these alumni? How will you nominate these alumni?
So to clarify, so it will be a portal on the Be Happy website. So currently we have the Mindwell team, I think, at the Institute Hospital.
What team? Sorry, I didn't hear.
Psychological services. A team already exists with the Institute Hospital. So those same services which are available to us will also be extended to the young alumni. Apart from that, Mitra, Sati, everyone's doing mental health, wellness related initiatives, right? So what sets it up, can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Yeah. So what sets it apart is that we'll also be providing career resilience support groups and mentorship. So
you will be providing career mentorship courses.
Career resilience mentorship in terms of thematic talks and dialogues and support group structures.
Okay. I believe there is a series by IIT known as Guru Talks. Are you aware of that? And
Yes.
there are a couple more series which does exactly this. So how is this different from those initiatives?
Okay, it's not a talk, it's more of a support group format where we are sharing stories, talking about failures and all the different aspects of a particular individual's journey, right? Because now we have LLS as well, where we, is it better?
Yeah.
Yeah. So where we immediately get to like the success stories, right? Like how they were able to reach the positions that they are in right now. But like now next year I'll be sitting for placements. You know, it'll be an anxiety-inducing period of my life, right? I don't only want to know where I can get, but I also want to hear about the process of how to get there. You know, because there will be setbacks, there will be downsides to the entire process. So because when it comes to facilitators, it's different. When it's an alum, they have been in my shoes, so they would be able to relate better.
So I believe there was one thing that you could have done. You could have collaborated with leadership lectures series, which already happens.
Yeah.
And this combined effort would have yielded better results, right? I mean, why did you not plan to combine with LLS?
Okay, because LLS have a different format altogether, but like
it is the same thing, right? Alumni coming, sharing their experiences.
absolutely. Like it's a similar format of sharing stories, but this will be in more of a support group format. And thematic dialogues on burnout, corporate stress, and so on. Like, you know, what actually comes out after you like fulfill the placement process.
Update 20 more minutes.
It's a common question to both of you. The first question is, there will be 3 questions in this question, 3 parts basically. The first part will be mention the qualities you have, which you think you will bring on the table as the IR secretary. Second question, what work do you think will be there for connecting the alumni directly with this general student body who are living here? Highlight those work or the initiative which you are planning in your manifesto. Third question is, why do you think you are the better, or the qualities which you think is better in you than the other candidate who is standing or sitting in front of you?
Okay, first are the qualities that I have in me that you think, okay, dynamism, adaptability, and also resilience in that manner. Okay. The next question is which initiatives of mine are going to provide alumni-student interactions, right? What are those initiatives? Yeah. So one is time, which is going to be a certification short courses led by alums, which is going to equip students with industry-specific real-time application skills. Apart from that, there's a Global Academic and Alumni Career Summit. Apart from which, there's SHARE as well, which is a mental health wellness-specific initiative. Thank you so much for the question.
One more question was there, third part. What sets you apart from the other candidate to become a secretary? One more question is there, right?
He also has answered.
Hello. Yeah, hi Anushka. So, I just wanted to clarify that if you are launching any mentorship course-based short-term course, certification course, who is going to do that certification course? Who is going to offer that courses?
We're going to bring in alumni facilitators. It's not accredited, but it's a certified course. The certification will be done by the ACR office.
Why does your feasibility not mention about any of the alumni who you are bringing on?
Because
is the certification course offered by Dean ACR or IR Secretary?
okay, so you were asking me why I have not mentioned the alumni who will be providing these courses.
I'm mentioning, why did you mention Dean ACR or IR Secretary? Are they the one who are going to offer the certificate course?
They're going to be the ones providing the mechanism and the platform for...
So which alumni have you spoken to?
Yeah, okay, which alumni I have spoken to?
Why have you not mentioned the feasibility for that alumni?
Why have I not mentioned the specific names? Because at that point of time, I had taken feasibility from the office to first know that this is something that I can do. By the time the feasibility report deadline had come, post which I had spoken to a data scientist at Uber. Then apart from that, Sprinkler, Graviton, and Swiggy as well. So I have spoken to alums, but it was after the feasibility report submission. So I could not add that in the feasibility report itself.
Perhaps since you did not mention that it is not in your feasibility, I don't think so that's a credited answer for that question. Feasibility report is supposed to be the credited answer for your thing. Thank you.
Right. Raguram, you answer Atul's question.
Can you please repeat the question?
First part, what are the qualities you have which you will bring as a IR secretary to the GSB? Second part, what are the initiatives which you are planning to connect alumni directly to GSB? Third part, why you think you are the better candidate than the other one?
3 qualities which I feel define me, which make me the best IR secretary ever is adaptability, creativity and leadership qualities. And, yeah, next one. To improve alumni student engagement, I have three initiatives in my manifesto points, namely Alumni Intern Mentor, Alum Higher Ed Connect, and PG Edge. I was a student representative previously. I was a part of placement team, and I have worked in multiple NGOs, and I was a part of IIT Alumni Industry Interaction Center as a student manager, where I got to work with
Clarification: you were a volunteer.
No, I was promoted as a student manager by the secretary.
Do you have a certification?
Yes, I have asked T. Raman, the secretary for IIT Alumni.
Yes. Yeah. He mentioned you're a volunteer. You said you were promoted to a student manager. In your manifesto, you mentioned ongoing, but we got a clarification that it was still 19th January, if I am right. All right. Okay.
The duration of your volunteership was that. Do you have any certificate saying that you were a manager? Do you have any certification, any record saying that you were a manager from the IIT Alumni Center? Just give me a yes or no answer, bro, please.
No, I don't have, but I'm still attending there. But I'm still helping them out. I'm still a part of them as a student manager. I was promoted.
So on what basis did you say you're a manager, if you don't have any official statement stating the same?
The secretary for IIT Alumni Industry Interaction Center has promoted me based on my work.
By mouth, by word, or by any official statements?
I don't have official statements, but I can produce that.
Okay.
Move on.
Okay. One more clarification that I would like to give. Raguram, can you tell me, this is followed by a question, can you tell me the structure of Heritage Club?
Yeah. Can you repeat your question?
Structure of Heritage Club.
According
to the rule book. According to the rule book.
We have two heads, 3 cores, and we have 12 managers.
Do you know that in the rule book there is a vertical attached to the name of the core, right? Core media, core events.
Yes, I'm the core for outreach and PR initiatives.
Yes.
Raguram, my question is regarding your Alum Intern Mentor program. Yes. So again, in this question there will be 3 parts. Yes. First part I want you to answer is about how many students they apply for the internship on our campus. Second question, or the second part, what is the information you have regarding the CLICK program offered by the ARC? And the third part is, why do you think this point is feasible after answering both of the parts?
We have around 1,000 students. I'm not sure of the exact number, but the number is near 1,000 applying for internships.
Yeah, just a small clarification.
Yes.
Number is around 1,400. Yeah, you can continue your answer.
Can you repeat the questions?
First part, how many students apply for internship? Second part, what is the CLICK program? Third part, why do you think this is a manifesto point, or why do you think this is a feasible point?
I think this is feasible because...
No, answer the second first. You answered the first, okay. That Lakshay gave the clarification. Answer the second part and then the third. In the order.
CLICK is this...
He's asking about CLICK mentorship program. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of it. CLICK mentorship program is for career guidance for graduates of IITM.
Sorry, can you repeat again?
For career guidance program for among alumni.
For graduates, you said career guidance.
Among alumni.
Among alumni for whom?
For the students of IITM.
Okay, yeah.
So if you just said that is for the students of IITM, then why do you think you need another initiative? Already that something similar sort of structure already exists.
Yes, I am not denying for the fact that a similar sort of structure exists. But an alumni intern mentor will make it, an alumni intern mentor will actually help them to decide which career path they want to choose, or which company to prefer over the other, which companies to prefer. This will actually help them for that purpose. That's the main motive behind it.
To EC members, we have around 10 more minutes left, so...
Bro, if you have a CLICK mentor, it is not restricted that you will only be giving academic guidance. It can be personal, professional, any sort of guidance that's there to students. It really depends on the relationship with your mentor. Then what is the novelty here?
But not everyone develops that kind of bond with them, right?
Okay. Then how are you going to ensure that whatever initiative you bring will develop that kind of bond? What is the structure in place to bring that kind of bond?
Before that, what do you think, how many alumni you will need for this initiative? For your initiative, which you have mentioned in your feasibility.
I'm not sure of the exact number, but I've circulated a Google form within a very close vicinity, and I've received a very great response despite that.
Now answer to his
Bro, I have one small question, please. So you said that I have circulated a Google form and great number. I mean, can you quantify them, bro? Come on.
I've circulated it among a group of around some 100 to 150. I've received some 20-30 people, 27 people responding.
And how did you approach this group of 100 alumni? What was the source? What is the source of this 100 alumni? Did you reach out to them through ACR office? Were they personal contacts? How did you find this group of 100 alumni? Is my question.
I've reached them through my personal contacts.
You reached out to alumni personally through 100, and when you will continue this program, if you get elected, you will be again using your personal contacts.
No, I'll be using IIT Ma. I'll be circulating
How?
a Google.
How? IIT Ma, how?
IIT Ma will mail alumni if they are willing to mentor students for internship.
Bro, 1 second, I can't. Sorry, can you please repeat? Sorry, I was not able to hear you. Sorry.
IIT Ma will circulate a Google form among alumni if they are willing to mentor students for internships.
That we already do, right?
No, they don't. For
That we already
internships.
do, bro.
For
We
internships.
invite alumni to provide internship opportunities, and even the mentorship part is done by click. So what is the novelty here is what I'm asking you. So you will say during that you will do both of these things together. Is that the novelty? What is the novelty in your initiative?
Go to the
Sorry?
Can you please repeat your question?
What is the novelty in your initiative? We already do both of these things as a part of IRSC. Okay.
Yeah, so Raguram, my next answer your question.
I'll be doing both.
Like, what is the novelty? Novelty is
Can you
asking.
give some more context regarding this?
or in easy words, why do you think this is a manifesto point?
Because it's solving people's problems. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we should move on. So regarding your first point, alum, intern, mentor. So you might know that this year we tried alumni mentoring for placements, and it was somewhat effective. So just one clarification from my side. Already the CPC office is going to begin the process for your point regarding alum, intern, mentor with the ACR office. So I personally don't see anything new which you're doing here. This is sort of just like copy of mentor map initiative which was there in Mevit's manifesto. It's just that alumni will be doing it.
Do you have a question? No, right? This is a clarification.
No, just a
Okay.
clarification.
So if the other EC members have any questions, we can take for like the next couple of minutes. Then we can go back to Rohan. So, yeah.
So my question is for Raguram. From your point, Dean's Trophy sponsorship. So this is something which is already initiated in my tenure, and we already submitted the proposal for Dean's Trophy and Schroeter sponsorship in collaboration with the ACR office and Dean of Students. So why this is in your manifesto?
When I have spoken to the Dean student, sir, he told that this is something which he suggested me that an IR secretary can do, and I've spoken to Sunita ma'am and Sujata ma'am regarding this. They said that this was feasible, and they never mentioned that this is already being done or something.
This has already been done from this.
No,
year.
it's not being done.
It's going. We already submitted a proposal long back.
Anushka, this is a question for you. Can you explain this point again about your Insti Reacts, an engaging short video series covering latest key events in Insti, featuring diverse perspectives and opinions across campus? Can you explain that point again?
Okay, so these videos will be done by ITM TV in short format series for like Instagram and YouTube shorts. It will be covering like recent happenings and events in the institute.
Don't you think it's already happening by various clubs?
But ITM TV is the official media body of the institute, right?
but Media Club is the official media body of IIT Madras. Okay, but fine. What new thing are you doing in Insti Reacts?
Spoof content as like fast-paced live reportage in the visual format where we'll be covering that. And apart from that, this is also going to be a good way to train the ACCs because, you know, they come in and it's also going to help in the visibility of the largest sphere at large too.
Okay, so one more question to Raguram. So, can you explain about your point Inter-IIT?
About?
Inter-IIT Archive.
Inter-IIT Archive is is a collection of inter-IIT tales and testimonials or like experiences by our inter-IIT contingents, which will motivate the upcoming contingents and which will help them stay motivated during tough times.
And these you've mentioned these stories will be showcased during sports fests, cultural fests, and alumni reunions to celebrate. And how will cultural fest benefit out of your IITM sports culture? Like, don't you think the audience is different for cultural fest and IITM sports fest kind of thing?
Regarding culturals, it will be shown in showcase.
Raguram, I have one more question regarding one of your manifesto point. That is regarding the TEDx IITM. First of all, I want to listen from your mouth that what is this initiative and what are you planning to bring on?
Okay, how many EC members have questions left to ask?
This will be my last question. Let him answer this.
So we'll take 3 questions and we'll come back to Rohan. Okay, yeah.
What is the TEDx IITM which you are planning to bring?
I'm planning to organize TED Talks at our institute.
What is TED Talks?
TED is this.
Have you heard a body called Extramural Lecture, EML?
Yes, I've heard about it.
Why do you think this is different from that body?
EML, TED is an international branding, TED helps us in international branding. It puts IITM on global stage, whereas EML is our institute body.
Did you talk to any of the EML course before putting this in your manifesto of feasibility? Because I can see a clash of interest here, and as per my knowledge, EML is a body, and this you can take as a clarification. You just mention for TEDx, you mentioned a description that is very well suited for EML also.
Has he answered? Okay, so question, okay. All right, I think enough of Raguram. Now maybe we can move to some real questioning. Your initiatives, Anushka, are really commendable, but the only problem that I see is in the feasibility report. When you are mentioning your initiative like KEN, can you just in one line answer what KEN is, what KEN stands for?
KEN stands Knowledge Exchange Network.
Yeah, like what do you plan to do in that?
Introduce students to niche fields and bring in international faculty to be exposing them to these fields.
So international faculty will conduct courses.
Yeah.
Why have you not taken feasibility from any international faculty for this? How is again IAR secretary and dean, GE office and all are responsible for giving you feasibility for this?
Because last year I proposed a similar point and I had reached out to some international faculty while they were here for DA award. So that kind of sums it up. But that was just a clarification. Yeah.
Then what is the point of feasibility if people are not going to look at it and then vote for it? She's contesting election on that, right? My question is, why have you not taken the feasibility from any faculty?
Let's not have any discussions within the questioners.
Sorry for that.
The GE office can give feasibility for this because they said they already have a network of partner universities and international faculty who will be willing to do it. So I didn't have to individually approach them saying that, okay, can I do that? Because, the GE office told me that we have an existing network of partner university faculty who are and would be willing to do that.
Have you spoken to any one single international faculty for this initiative, yes or no? Who is the main stakeholder? Who is the main stakeholder?
Main stakeholder is the Office of Global Engagement.
Is the person who is going to offer the course?
Yeah, because the Office of Global Engagement is going to facilitate
moving
that,
on,
right?
IITM GAGs, the same thing. why have you not mentioned any feasibility from any of the partnering institutions where alumni faculties are coming?
Because those are conversations that happen through the Office of Global Engagement, and it's done in collaboration with the
How would
Office
you
of
know that
Engagement.
that is feasible? Then why people
Because
should vote for
the
you?
Office of Global Engagement very kindly and generously told me that this is something that we can do, and we can reach out to our partner universities to do that. Hence, I believe that their opinion on this would be sound and sane.
You are writing names of the universities in IITM Living Memory Project.
Yeah,
Now, what
because
are the
that-
universities? Have you spoken to those universities?
Yes, because like I said, I was recently at Exchange, right? Something that everybody has been highlighting quite a bit. So in that time, I was doing a project which is in alignment with museums.
So
And
you have
I've already-
spoken to those universities that you
Yes.
have mentioned.
Yes,
Why
because-
have you not mentioned them in the feasibility report?
For like courses.
No, in your IITM Living Memory Project where you plan to establish some joint something, museum kind of a thing.
Yeah, it's not a museum kind of thing. I'm just clarifying.
Okay.
So sorry to interrupt.
I think your
Yeah.
point is very clear.
Yeah.
The feasibility for this is why not has been taken from the stakeholders. What is the point of feasibility then?
She gave an answer to that. We'll move on to the next two people.
All right, thank you. That means no feasibility is there for all these three. Thank you.
Move to the next person.
Hi guys, unfortunately not much time with us today. I have had the time to go through one manifesto in detail. I must say in my time in Insti, this is the most infeasible manifesto drive that I've seen so far. There are so many things to talk about, but I'll go one by one and we'll see how much we can cover. Anushka, first coming to you, there are 2 points at the top in your first section. First is Edge, exclusive deals, whatever, and IP assist. Can you explain to me the exact dynamics of how a co-branded credit card works? Very, very quickly. We don't have much time. Let's do it very quickly.
Okay, first of all, you cannot really deem it infeasible, right? Because I've put in the names of...
That was not a
feasibility.
question. My question is the dynamics of how a co-branded credit card works.
Okay, so we have reached out to partner banks like Axis Bank who are...
No. I don't want to know from them. I want to know from you what the
That's
dynamics of
where
a
I'm
co-branded
getting
credit
to.
card
I'm so sorry
is.
to interrupt you, but if you would let me explain, I'm so sorry again. But like I said, we like the process, right? So I put this pitch to IITMA and ACR office, again, Sujata ma'am, and they said the co-branded credit card can be done where the dynamics are that this lifetime, the charges, right? This credit card charges, I'm sure you'd know that there's credit card charges that you would have to pay monthly.
Most
So the requirements are that you, of course.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Since you're aware already. So co-branded credit cards, what are the specific benefits that are coming to IT Madras students, right? A lifetime free credit card, and apart
That's
from
not
that.
what I'm asking. Let's say there's an SBI Anushka co-branded credit card.
Yeah.
What is it that you get? What is it that SBI gets? And what is it that the user gets?
What does the user get? And what IIT?
Where is the money going? Tell me that.
Where is the money going?
Yeah. So when I swipe my credit card,
Yeah.
what exactly is happening?
You're making transactions, you're paying for things that you're
And
purchasing.
when your name is on my credit card, when it says SBI Anushka credit card, what is
Yeah.
Anushka getting? When I swipe my
What
credit
is
card.
Anushka getting out of that? I'm getting the benefits that the credit card comes along with.
No. Your name is on my credit card.
Yeah.
You're the co-brand. You're the brand.
IIT Madras.
I'm the user.
Yeah.
So you're IIT Madras. So if I, as a user, swipe that credit card in, let's say, Big Bazaar, what do you get?
What do I get?
Yes.
IIT Madras. My alumni network, the alums who are using this credit card are getting access to all the benefits of the credit card
I'm
has.
not talking about what the alumni are getting. What is
But it's
IIT
for,
Madras?
It's for the alumni. It's
What is
specific-
IIT Madras getting? This is not how a co-branded credit card works.
Yes.
There is a Swiggy co-branded credit card. There's a Make My Trip co-branded credit card.
Absolutely.
I'm asking what Swiggy gets when I swipe the Swiggy HDFC credit card in
Visibility,
a merchant.
because the credit card.
That is not what they get.
I'm sure you have
you heard
an
of
answer
something
in mind
called
already.
a merchant fee? Have you heard of something called a merchant fee?
Yes.
What is a merchant fee?
The merchant fee, the transaction on transaction, the merchant has to be paying the transaction fees, right? A
Who's
nominal
paying the
amount.
commission?
Who's paying the commission for the
Yeah.
credit card?
So when I swipe my credit card, there's a merchant fee, right? You told me you know what a merchant fee is.
Yeah.
Who's
okay.
paying that merchant fee to whom?
I'm so sorry here, but like.
No, it's fine. You can apologize later. Just
I can
answer.
apologize, but I also need to explain why I'm apologizing, right? If you let me.
I don't
do
want
that.
an apology.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you
Where is the
why.
merchant fee going?
Yeah, where is the merchant fee going? So for my feasibility, because this feasibility is a skeleton of what my vision is going to look like, right?
Why is your vision and feasibility coming in this? How hard is it to answer?
That's what I'm getting.
Okay, so her answer is she spoke to the bank. IIT Ma spoke to the bank, so she does not know that. So
you do not know that. That was the
yeah.
answer I was expecting.
Yeah.
You put in an idea to make a IIT Madras co-branded credit card without understanding what a merchant fee means, where the transaction goes, the implications of a government-funded institute starting to generate and issue co-branded credit cards to users across the country to go and flash their credit cards with a merchant fee that comes back while partnering with a private institution.
Yeah, tell her just one.
Suket, we'll move on to the Spherheads. We'll come back to EC members. Let's see if any of the Spherheads have any questions to ask. So, any of the Spherheads? You guys have only one question. Just take note, only one question, no follow-ups, just one question.
Just so we're clear, by one question, you mean we don't get to follow?
You
But
ask
we can
one
ask
question.
questions.
If we can stay within the time limit, we can come back to you and you can ask a follow-up. Since we have time constraints right now, you get to ask one question.
All right.
You guys can ask till 8 o'clock, okay?
Right, I got that. Okay, so hi Raguram. I know you know who I am, right? I'm the GE core. So I'll be asking questions regarding the GE initiatives that you have mentioned, particularly the CEMEX information sessions. Allow me to give you some context, because I see the lack of it.
Try to make it precise,
Right,
please.
right, yeah.
Because
No,
if
I'm-
anybody else does not have to ask questions, then
Sure.
it's fine. Okay.
I just need to set context before I ask the question. It'll aid
Faster,
the question.
time constraints.
Right. So I hope you've said that you've taken feasibility from the GE office, but I would like to know from you, what do you think is the current stand of the GE office on semester exchanges and CEMEX info sessions? Are you aware that CEMEX info sessions already happen? One happened just last week, right? And then further, you go on to say that you will collaborate with DLs. I am assuming that's department legislators, but your presentation said distinguished lecturers. So, but say they're department legislators. How do you think having multiple semester exchange info sessions across departments aids anybody, considering that not equal number of people go from every department to semester exchanges? I don't understand why you have kept a point that already exists. And first, please you answer what do you think is the current stand of the GE office on semester exchanges before you answer the rest of the questions.
Yes, I'm aware of the fact that the semester exchange information session exists. I want to, for better impact and to make sure more people are informed about it, I want to collaborate with department legislators to organize information sessions department-wise. The next question, can you
Okay, maybe I will ask, then Meg can come. Okay.
1 second, you mentioned current stand. Has he answered the question for current stand?
Yes.
On semester exchange info sessions, which the cores are aware of. I want to know if you know what that stand is and why that stand exists.
Got it, yeah. If you have an answer, please answer, or we'll move on to the next question.
I don't have an answer.
Okay, we'll move on to the next question.
Hello. So my question is to Raguram, and before that, I think just a few minutes back, a claim has been made that this was the worst manifesto that I have seen. I think no one has seen the budget or that Raguram has mentioned because he has not given the link. My question is, you have total 23 plus initiative in your manifesto, but in your budget you are just mentioned 4 point. So how this small budget that I think any person who is in head position have to build proper timeline from March, April, May, June and all. Nothing is there. Look, I think the trip that I did of the course for 2 days, my budget was more extensive and exhaustive than the budget that you have mentioned. So can you just explain about that, your budget?
Can you please repeat the question again?
Yeah, the question is, you have 22 plus initiative, just 4 lines of budget, without any mentioning about Wilcom and without any mentioning of all the other event that is ARC and other team will do. Why the budget is so small when in the last semester when a group of friends go for any trip, they have more exhaustive budget as I can see from you.
The Excel sheet I've attached is the budget for my initiatives, which needs a lot of money. Rest and all have like, they can be done with very little expenses.
No, that's not his question. He's asking why is your budget not extensive enough? When you create a budget, there are certain components to it. Why is it not extensive enough?
Like I have the Excel sheet I've attached is the budget for my new initiatives, not for the current activities which are going on.
What are the various components that you should mention when you're conducting an event? Why was that not mentioned?
Okay, maybe Atharv as an SLC speaker can see the budget and tell how feasible that budget is because it will be going to come in SLC. You can give clarification how a budget should be made because I am not getting the answer from you.
SLC speaker, do you want to give a clarification regarding his budget? Yes or no? Okay, anyways, let's move on to the next question.
Okay, so my question is to Raguram. So after seeing your budget,
Yes, ask your question. Yes.
so like for the hostel yearbook, in the feasibility report you have mentioned that this will be done by IBC, but in the budget you have mentioned it will be done by ARC. So and also apart from this, like whom have you taken this feasibility for this hostel yearbook, and for the budget and all, how did you come up with that amount? Have you seen any like invoice for the yearbook bill invoice?
That can you please walk? You were
Sorry.
Can you please repeat the question?
Okay, so first of all, my question is, you have mentioned in the feasibility report for the hostel yearbook that it will be done by IBC,
Yes.
Institute Branding Cell, but in the budget, that small budget you have mentioned, it's written that it will be done by ARC. So first of all, why is there confusion? And second, like, whom have you taken feasibility? Because you have not mentioned any feasibility for hostel yearbook. Have you talked to any hostel council people or hostel office people?
Maybe.
And how did you come up with that amount, 30,000 for yearbook? Do you know, like, actually what does it cost to print a yearbook? So,
Yeah. Regarding that hostel yearbook, I have taken feasibility from Institute Branding Cell's head. Apart from this, like regarding the budget, like the hostel yearbook is actually a very small magazine sort of stuff, which has some 30-40 pages. And to print that, even with an estimate of some 200 or something, and assuming that there are some 300 or 400 alums coming, it comes under. I hope it adds up.
bro, like, I didn't think you understand my question. Like, this was not. So, like, can I repeat my question again?
Yeah, repeat it.
So again, I'm repeating third time that whom did you take feasibility from? Whom did you take this feasibility from for getting this hostel yearbook printed, and how did you come up with that amount which I mentioned in the budget? And apart from this, why have you printed that ARC will do this? ARC does that, but like in the feasibility report you have mentioned it will be done by IBC.
Yes.
And
Right.
that there is no mention of any feasibility in the feasibility report of yours.
Yeah. Maybe that might be a human error like Savera's budget.
No. What he's asking is, who did you take feasibility from? Answer that question first.
Head of Institute Branding Cell, Nitya.
Second, how did you come up with the budget?
I have seen the quotations of the ARC's vendors.
Next question. we've got an answer. Yeah, clarification.
So clarification, I have the ARC's yearbook quotation for this year open with me. For 800 yearbooks, it is 2 lakh rupees.
Next question. We'll give it to someone who didn't ask. Yeah.
So my question is to Anushka. It's a multi-part question. First of all, I'll begin by a very simple clarification. Okay.
Fast up. Okay, make it precise. Yeah.
So are you the author of your feasibility report? Yes or no? Simple. Yes or no?
Yes.
Cool. No problem. Okay. So you have listed 2 initiatives, Reunite and Edge. So please tell me how exactly these 2 initiatives are going to benefit the student of IIT Madras. Thirdly, okay, continue.
She wants to hear the next question.
Okay, she wants to hear that. Okay.
Yeah.
So in your Edge, this Edge program, in the initiative breakdown, you tell that you will give certain priority invitations to IIT Madras alums. So who have you taken feasibility for regarding this, and to which particularly alumni networking events are you talking about? Are you talking about Sangam? Are you talking about the AGM? And what exactly are these career fairs and mentorship programs that you will give these certain card holders a priority?
What's the last part?
Shouldn't get the last part. Okay. So under your Edge program, you are telling that you will give certain alumni priority invitations. So I want to know first that which exactly are these events where these alum will get these priority stuff, and what exactly are these networking events, career fairs and mentorship program, and how exactly is this IIT card, this credit card or whatever that you are offering, how exactly will it help? I mean, if you have taken feasibility with the IIT MA or the ACR officer, we cannot differentiate between in alum based on these certain credit card they hold. As simple as that.
Okay, you asked me like what the Reunite and which stakeholder, like who is it going to benefit, right? Reunite and Edge. See, we are asking alums to be mentors all the time, right? But what are they getting in exchange for that? What's an incentive for them to continue be mentors and mentor, like, all of these students? So Reunite was to reunite, and Edge are to incentivize.
My second question, if you did not get me, it was what exactly are the tangible benefits that the app...
This is primarily for young graduates because they are also a stakeholder. They are also some, a category that I cater to. They are as well.
Why exactly is the manifesto point? You can just do it as an IR secretary. Why exactly did you write it in your manifesto?
Because I also need to expand alumni-student interactions, right? In order to do that, I need to incentivize young alums connecting.
You did not give a correct answer. Anyway, come to the third question. Please answer the third question.
After this, we'll take one more question from Spherheads and we'll move on to GSP.
Hi, this is not a very technical question, but something you should pay very close attention to as coming secretaries, either one of you. For both of you, I was surprised when your names were announced as candidates because most of the candidates here, or you can see the EC right now, Rohan and Kalsex, all of them have more than 2 years of continuous experience in their respective fields. When it comes to Raguram, I understand that he has only 1 year of experience. I may be wrong, maybe 2.
Come to the question. Okay. We talked about
My
experience.
Question is, why do you think people with 3 or more, 2 plus, that is 3 or more years of experience in IAR sphere are not contesting for the position of IR secretary right now? I know Anushka has the record, but I'm asking people who has been there, why are they not contesting? And in your tenure, what will you do to ensure that people like that, people like Make, will contest? It's not a personal question. I'm giving an
we
example.
got your question. What would you do to ensure that people in your tenure would contest for election? Who has experience? Who wants to go first?
There's instant continuity, right? I mean, like Rohan didn't have to specifically do something to, like my predecessor didn't have to specifically do something to like ensure that my opponent is contesting. So it's not like there's a disconnect. There's like no one contesting. There are people contesting every year. It's not like there's like been a gap where like nobody contested and we had to nominate someone instead of elect somebody. We have always had candidates and we will always continue to have candidates.
As the Secretary for International and Alumni Relations, I'll ensure that the I'll improve the culture among the team, and I'll make sure that the team people have feels for the Sphere, and if they want to bring a change, they'll make contest.
This will be the last question from Spherheads, and then we'll move on to GSB, okay?
Yeah, so my question is regarding the tech and media team that you have pitched. And so the working of the tech and media team directly clashes with IITM TV. And whom did you take feasibility for it from? And also another point, which was from my ex-head, Sugam. So you have mentioned that you have taken feasibility from Sugam Yadav in your feasibility report, but he has just emailed IITM TV S-mail saying that you have not taken any feasibility and you have just mentioned it without any base.
Who is this to?
It's your Raguram.
It's to him. Can you repeat the question?
Okay, so my question is regarding the tech and media team. Yes. So first of all, my question is that it clashes with IITM TV. Yes. And whom did you take feasibility from regarding this? Yes. Also, my second question is, in the feasibility report, you have mentioned that you have taken feasibility from Sugam Yadav, yes, who was the ex-head of IITM TV. But he has denied and he has mailed to IITM TV saying that there's no, like, you have not taken any feasibility from him. So, how do you, go?
The role of tech and media team, currently, when I was taking funds from you, you have told that...
Karthik, please get the mic.
You have told that currently the IITM TV doesn't have that much bandwidth to promote events of IAR or
Karthik,
for better visibility.
We are moving on to GSP.
The point of tech and media team is to increase IR student councils like reach among GSB and among alumni, which will like it's similar to cultural outreach committee in Sangam. The function of tech and media team, apart from the tech upgradation thing.
Second question. Very clear. Why is it that in your feasibility report, if they're saying that no feasibility was given to you? Just answer.
I don't have an answer.
Okay, fine. We'll move on to GSB. How many of you have questions? Okay, we have a lot of questions. We'll take a couple of them. We have time constraints, so we'll take it till 8:10. Yeah. Also, again, you have one question, no follow-ups, no clarifications, nothing. Keep the question precise.
Yeah. So, Anushka, so I have a question for you. So, you are the head of C36 last tenure. So, the budget for 4 articles of C36 was passed under the Heritage Club budget, including the design work and all. So, however, C36 was publishing 4 articles per year, that is like 2 per semester. So, but in your tenure as a head, only 1 article got passed, and you can't blame for budget as it was already passed. So, given these commitments, how do you justify your accountability in ensuring the timely execution of these publications, which itself is self-explanatory to how you will handle even greater responsibilities more effectively?
Yes, we got the question.
Did you just say that in my tenure only 1 article was published? I published an entire magazine that had multiple articles, multiple sections, and a lot of components. So I don't get where this accusation is coming from that my tenure only had 1 article.
Next question.
Hello. Am I audible? Yeah. So, Raguram, by the way, I'm IPR Cole, whom you've never met. But for your point which exists that you have alumni mentoring for interns, there exists IIT Mass YARI mentorship for all the students. So the idea is already implemented. ARC has already done this last year and there is no point to writing the manifesto. But in the feasibility, there is no feasibility from any ARC heads or IR secretaries. Moreover, the current placement team has also implemented similar models, right? CDC and department team is already doing it. I'm talking about placement team, not the IR team, right? So if there is no feasibility with the current team too, why is like that?
Feasibility.
Answer.
Yeah, I've taken feasibility from like current placement course, and I've taken it from CDC heads, and I've taken it from previous placement heads.
Can you be louder?
Yeah, I've taken feasibility from the previous placement head, current placement course, and I've also taken feasibility from CDC.
His answer is that he has taken feasibility from current placement course. Okay, and CDC heads. Next question.
So the continuing from his question, Yashwant questions, only one campus time got released till now in your tenure. So you mentioned that it's couple of like more than one is released.
That's it. Okay, fine.
I said I published one magazine which has been printed 1,000 times now. I never said I published multiple magazines. I don't know how you're misquoting me. But okay, never mind. I'm sorry that you had to like think of it that way.
Next question. Any more questions from GSB?
So my direct question is, how you can compare yourself better than her because you don't have any on-ground reality. She was being the core. She knows how.
Again, this is about experience. I think we've taken enough and more questions about experience. So let's move on to the next question.
I just want to know this. Wait.
Next question. Yeah. Okay. So EC members had one. Yeah, Arumal, you can ask the question.
Hi Raghu, hi Anushka. Didn't go through your manifesto. I know nothing's going to be done in that sphere also. But I've been in this institute for 4 or 5 years, okay? And we all know that IAR sphere does very less for the GSB. And there were multiple discussions within the EC, with admin also, to shut down that sphere. And we all know for a fact that even if there is no IR secretary, that sphere will function beautifully with the 3 IIT MA, GE office and ARC office.
Come to the question, Arumal.
Coming to the question, the question is very simple. As a responsible GSB member and an EC member, I regret to say this. I'm saying this in front of Rohan. I hope my boy Ujjwal is also hearing this. I hope your Satyendra is also hearing this.
Yes, come to the question. Everyone
This is the
hearing
sphere
this.
that has done the most number of scams. They might not know this or they are not saying this, but I
Come to
know
the question.
what has
Yes.
been done in this sphere.
Yes, come
I
to the
hope
question.
the best you can do, the best or the minimum you can do, whoever is getting elected, Raguram or Anushka, the minimum you can do, change the culture of this sphere, make sure you guys are accountable, and make sure no more scams are happening in this sphere. And I think that answers the question, Siddharth also a question. Okay?
Okay. EC members, any more questions? We can take one more question.
This question is for Anushka. I'm reading your innovate point from your manifesto. Sorry. IITM Sustainable Grand Challenge, a 2-stage global sustainability competition based on UN Sustainable Development Goals. May I know how many sustainable development goals are there?
17.
And do you know the structure of my sphere? How many teams are there in my sphere?
My sphere.
My sphere. Has sphere.
Yeah, there's a sustainability committee there. Yeah, I'm aware.
And did you take feasibility from sustainability committee?
I took feasibility from the School of Sustainability.
What is difference between sustainability committee and school of sustainability?
Because
Isn't the sustainability committee the body of IITM which should be looking over this domain. Isn't it?
Firstly,
Isn't it a conflict of interest? And why is it in the GE section of your manifesto?
Because all of my manifesto points need to also align with the goals of the office as well, right? We want to expand our global reach. We want to interact with more partner universities and so on, which is why I'm sure you're aware of MIT Solve. You're aware. So there are participants from across the world. We want to use this as an avenue to expand reach.
No, my question is,
how is it
isn't it a responsibility of sustainability committee, which is the student team that is handling this? And you didn't take feasibility from them.
How? I know that there's a sustainability committee which exists, but this is a whole different mechanism, initiative altogether, and I'm more than happy to collaborate whenever, and wherever required. I'm more than happy to collaborate. But this is primarily targeting our expansion, our reach and interaction with global universities. That's why it's a global engagement initiative and not a sustainability committee specific initiative.
Just a small clarification. So IR secretaries, one of the responsibilities also to improve the global branding of IITM. So I think this is under the...
See, I have no issue with IR improving the international relations or global engagement or something. But my question is, there's a team sustainability committee and you didn't have taken feasibility from them. And you're now telling that you want to collaborate with them, but why didn't this point come in your manifesto?
So your question is, why didn't you take feasibility from sustainability committee?
Because they're responsible for interactions within the institute. Here I'm talking about global engagement, which is under the IR secretary's
No, they are
purview.
not just responsible for activities within the institute.
They what?
They are not just responsible for activities within the institute. Everything related to sustainability, this is the student body which does.
Okay, then why are they not collaborating with the Global Engagement Council?
You have to ask them. No, they have
You have
their
to
own
ask them.
initiative. If you want to do an initiative, you have to collaborate with the sustainability committee.
I did say that I am more than happy to collaborate and interact with them. I never said I'm not open to collaborations.
If you want to collaborate, you have to approach them before submitting your manifesto.
Because I spoke to the stakeholders that are going to...
Ask questions to one of you. I wish I had more time, but we'll move on now to Raguram for the sake of being fair. Raguram, in your second section with Dean's Trophy sponsor, tell me for how many years Shastra, Sarang, Isel, among others, have been trying to get sponsorships for their festivals through Alumni. Why it has not worked out? And what exactly this point means. Does it mean sponsorship from a company or sponsorship from an alumni batch? Just give me that one clarification and I'll ask you the rest of my question.
You have more questions?
This is not my question. I want a clarification from him.
And then you have a question.
Then I have
That'll
a
be the
question.
last question, okay?
Yeah, all right.
The Dean's Trophy thing, if an alumni is willing to donate, yes. Or a batch is willing to donate, yeah, we are happy to onboard them.
It is sponsored by whom? When you say Dean's Trophy, you will say someone presents Dean Trophy, right? Title sponsor, that's what title sponsor.
An alum or a batch?
So it will be a batch of something, or it will be like Suket Kallupalli presents Dean's Trophy? Or what will it be?
If a batch collectively donates, we'll mention the batch name. If an alum donates single-handedly,
Is this not happening already? Is IIT Madras, for multiple reasons, through students or through multiple offices in the ACR, not asking for enough funding and donations from alumni? How is this any different? Do you think an alumnus of the institute is really looking for branding within the institute? Will I, as an alumnus, few years down the line, care if it says Suket Kallupalli presents Dean's Trophy, or am I donating money purely for the sake of sports happening on campus?
Can you repeat the question again?
Why will an alumnus or a batch of alumni give any or let me not misuse my words, but care at all about them getting branding above a Dean's Trophy?
It's not about them getting branded. It's about them getting honored for their donations to the sports contingent through sponsoring Dean's Trophy.
One clarification.
Yes.
Yeah. Raguram, this is not a manifesto initiative. Did you speak to ISS?
I've reached out to the current Institute Sports Secretary. He wasn't responding, so I had to take feasibility from the previous.
Only if you would have reached out to him, you would have acquainted yourself with the fact that this is already happening. It is not an initiative unless and until you are providing that which alumni is going to sponsor, how you are going to sponsor. Whatever you have mentioned in your feasibility report is the exact process that is going on right now. So how can it be a manifesto initiative?
Yeah, hi.
I'll just give some clarification.
Yeah, clarification.
I'll just give a clarification regarding my question. ESL is currently among the 3 fests that happen on campus, the only organization that gets some source of money from a batch of alumnus. This is something that's been happening in the ACR office for years now and will continue to happen. That endowment fund that we received from batch of 1990 is expiring now, and we will renew it again this year. Multiple such endowment funds have been, are being raised on a daily basis there. That entire office sits there to do that job only. Raising a separate sponsorship for a sports event that happens on campus is completely baseless. There is no point. It's like you saying, I will put your name in the campus. People in the campus will know your. That happens everywhere, right? Even Quark, when you go there, the entire batch is donated. They put their names. This is history. This has been happening for hundreds of years. There is nothing new in this. But.
Karthik, before we move on to your question, I have a follow-up to Aromal's statement. So both of you guys know that you have your budgets can be taken from various spaces, right? Stacked, ACR office, or I'm not sure, again, sphere specific, but as far as I've understood, it can be taken from many places. How do you ensure financial accountability within your team?
Yeah.
Like, how do you make sure that it can be accounted properly?
Same question. Yeah.
All right, okay. One of you will have to answer.
Before that, let them answer the financial accountability. What is the procedure you procure money from the ACR office? So stacked, you will give TA reimbursements you do. How do you do that with the ACR office?
Getting money from ACR office, and how do you ensure financial accountability?
Yeah. Okay. So what is the process for getting money from ACR office, right? So the bills are submitted, the invoices which are then verified, which leads to I don't know why there are unverified rumors of financial misappropriation, but all the invoices are verified and the funds are then dispersed.
Can you submit like a 20 lakh?
There are no rumors though.
It's a fact. No, can you repeat the process once again? I didn't get you. The procedure for how do you get money from the ACR office?
How do I get money from the ACR office?
Yeah.
Okay, so the budget, whatever has been allocated, then gets the invoices are submitted to the stacked office, and then eventually the money gets dispersed from the stacked office, if either reimbursed or directly paid.
Yeah, how about t-shirts? So how do you, if there is some budget for some event, so how do you differentiate getting money from stacked or ACR office?
How do I differentiate getting money from stacked to the ACR office?
Yeah.
The ACR office then sends the money to I did campus times, right? So I had to print them. So I had invoices for the printing process, right? So for me, I had to get the invoice, submit the proof of invoice so that I am not misappropriating any funds. So that is signed, then that is then verified by the ICSR office. That was my process. There's different avenues for funds, as you just said. I submit proof of fund.
No, the procedure is fine. I'm asking.
And then it gets processed directly.
Anushka, you're explaining the process.
fine,
What
but-
he's asking is, how do you decide on what goes to stacked and what goes to ACR office?
Yeah.
What goes to stacked and what goes to ACR office? In terms of how our budgets are allocated?
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, it depends on most of the initiatives that I have currently are alumni funded, so that directly goes to the ACR office, and either that or the OGE, Office of Global Engagement. Stacked is primarily related to team specific activities to motivate my own sphere members.
Global engagement budget will go to ACR. Are you sure? The global engagement team's budget will go
No,
to
I have two offices, right? Like Office of Alumni and Corporate Relations and Office of Global Engagement. Depending on whose interest am I promoting, accordingly budget will be submitted and money will be transferred.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll
we
go.
have 3 minutes left, so can you tell me how will you maintain
Financial accountability.
Yeah.
So in my tenure, I'm hoping to utilize my executive committee to do that. So like you know how executive committee is now ratified, right? Like I nominate 2 cores and then ratified by the SLC. So they are going to have like direct contact with one manager in each team who are going to be vetting the bills and the invoices, whichever is there, which will then be submitted to the executive committee, another layer of verification, and then it'll go to the offices.
Alright, so basically you will assign one manager per team
With the
for handling
executive
all the
committee.
bills.
Yeah,
Alright.
executive committee. Yeah.
Okay. Raguram?
Same.
Same. All right. So,
Yeah. So all the bills that we submit, because I have submitted my bills as well, and like they're all verified. There's a GST number, there's a PAN number, and everything else. And there's no reimbursements. The money is directly paid most of the time, and the invoices are verified. Every single time we make any payment, the invoices are verified, so there's no financial misappropriation. At least none of those verified claims at
See,
least.
we are not talking about Chennai 36 or something. As IAR sphere.
yeah, this was not specific to Chennai 36. Yeah, we'll have a discussion on that later. So I think that's it. We'll wrap up the Soapbox for International and Alumni Relations Secretary. Thank you so much to both the candidates and the Executive Council members, Spherheads and GSB for attending this. We'll wrap up.